Welcome everyone to Forza Horizon 2, and today we're dealing with the Alpinestars car pack, newly released today. 6 new cars, one of them's free, and it's yeah, so I'll show you that off later. Firstly, we're dealing with the 1970 AMC Rebel, the Machine. Now, we've not had many AMC cars over the Forza series. We've had the Javelin, which is to the left, and the Gremlin. Both of those were on Forza 4, and the Javelin was on Forza 5, and this one. So yeah, we've not had many cars from the AMC Corporation, so yeah, it's nice to see another one on this game. And it's got 340 horsepower, which is quite a lot from 1970, especially since the oil crisis was coming into effect, so it was affecting car power. 6.4 litre V8, and it weighs 3,650 pounds, so yeah, fairly decent acceleration as well, and it does look mighty good. So let's see what it can do. Only one paint job, but that's alright because it's a decent paint job anyway. Personally, I think we need more muscle cars in this series, or at least in the new Forza 6 that's coming out this autumn, because there's just not enough of them in person. There's plenty of classics that are left out. Anyway, let's see what this can do. Dodge them. So yeah, decently powered. Doesn't rev that high, but that's not unusual for muscle cars of this era. I do really like the look of it though. And it's got the classic sideways speedo with the rev counter on the bonnet. But as to be expected, it doesn't really handle that well. I love the name, the Machine, as well. Sounds badass. Sounds like, oh shit, see that car there? Sounds like something that should be in like a movie or something. Yeah, let's see the next car. Next one is the Audi TTS Coupé from the newly released one. It's got 310 horsepower from 2 litre inline 4, turbocharged as well, and doesn't weigh all that much either. So yeah, and it's got all-wheel drive. Does also look pretty good as well. Looks better than the previous GTs, I think. And it should be a good handling car, being an Audi. There's plenty of good Audis lately have been good at handling. Just hope it sounds as good as it handles. Well, like I predicted, it does handle well. Out of the way, Corvette. Spoiler comes up at a certain amount of speed as well, which is like a lot of Audis. Like a lot of cars, to be honest, really, nowadays. Certainly decent in terms of speed. I'm sure this would be great on an off-road course. A bit of extra power, a bit less weight. That's for another video. Right, now to the free car from this car pack. The only other Bugatti that we have in this game, the Bugatti EB110 Super Sport from 1992. Plenty of power. 611 horsepower from 1992 is highly, highly impressive. Now this is before the McLaren and all that lot. So yeah, very, very powerful car. It's 3.5 litre engine. I'm not sure what kind of engine it is, but yeah, I'll put that in the description once I have done with this video. So yeah, not much of that weight at the front either, so it should be a good handling car. And it is all-wheel drive, like a lot of Bugattis are nowadays. Keep it in the classic blue. Just looked up the engine and it is a V12 and it has 60 valves and it's a quad turbo. So yeah, hell of a lot of power from a really, really big engine, and it sounds really good as well. As you'd expect with all that power, it can easily crack the likes of 200 mile an hour. Really quite high revving as well. Let's give it a speed run, since this is the probably the fastest car on this car pack. So damn it, Lexus got in the way. Yeah, even crashing into that, after crashing into that Lexus, it still can get up to a mighty quick speed. And I crashed into a Merc. Sorry about that, but yeah. Traffic in this game gets on my nerves. But yeah, mighty quick car. Whoopsie daisy. Busy looking at the interior, not looking where I was going. Yeah, I'm sure you could get this into an even more mean speed machine if you gave it more upgrades. I'm pretty sure there's going to be plenty of upgrades to put up onto it to get even more out of that V12 engine. Let's look at the next car. Past the Bugattis and the original Corvette. 160 horsepower from its 3.8 litre, well, closer to 3.9 litre straight 6. Yeah. Not all that powerful. Then again, it is 1953, and this was before the small block V8 came into fruition. So yeah, bound to not have that all that much horsepower. This weirdly only ever came in white with a red interior. It's the only the only colours you can get it in. White body with red interior isn't all that bad, to be honest. Well, it's not the fastest start in the world, that, is it? Well, I'm going to go on a short journey with this because it's not all that quick at all. I'd like to know how they got it that fast as fast as they did in the trailer, because it's certainly not quick now. Nice interior though. Guess I should be thankful it doesn't have all that much power, considering it doesn't handle very well. as to be expected from a car that old. 62 years old. Oh, sorry. It's not all that fast, but I'm sure with a supplementary V8 you could get a fairly good amount of power out of it. So yeah, that's certainly a car to upgrade more than to drive stock. I could see how you get pleasure out of driving it stock. And now to the newest Corvette, from the oldest to the newest. Yeah, 2015 Chevrolet Corvette Z06. And it's got 650 horsepower, which is a hell of a lot, but it also has 650 foot-pounds of torque, so yeah, it's certainly got the torque to match the power. It's 6.2 litre V8, and it weighs more than 3,500 pounds, so it's not all that light, but it does have a lot of power to make up for it, so yeah, I'm sure this handles really, really well as well. Which, to be honest, Corvettes as of late have been handling really, really well. And it's great to see that they are doing, because they've always been an underrated sports car, personally. And this Corvette is no doubt the best of the lot. Well, certainly fast. I'm gonna try and do a speed run with this as well. Certainly like to see a lot of cars that have been put on this game in Forza 6. There's been plenty of new ones to the series in this game, so I'd love to see them make a return, especially ones like this. Don't turn on me, I hate the AI on this game. No indication whatsoever that they're going to turn off or go the other way. I have to say, for a car that doesn't cost all that much, that's a hell of a lot of speed. Corvettes have always been fairly powerful and fairly quick for not all that much money. Ask all that much more from it, from the amount that it is. And you can do plenty of good drifts as well. Right, let's look at the next car.
Hey man, where you been keeping yourself?
This is the final car that we're going to be looking at, because it's from the final. It's the final one in the car pack, and it is the 1991 Jeep Grand Wagoneer. Ooh, this is a big car, and it's not got all that much power, and it weighs a hell of a lot. 5.9 litre V8, I'm guessing, 144 horsepower, 280 foot-pounds of torque. Yeah, this is clearly more of a car for off-roading slowly than quickly, but let's see what it can do. I have to say though, cars like this do interest me a lot more than certain other big expensive cars do. Just because it's something that well, personally speaking from the UK, that I've never really seen before. So yeah, they're all completely new to me. Whereas a lot of high powered expensive cars you've either seen before or even seen in terms of in real life, not just on games. That's not to say that I don't like expensive 5-powered cars, but yeah, tastes vary. Mine certainly does. Yeah, certainly a V8. I have to say this looks more at home than it would be at a school run than in the middle of Nice, but you know. Sure, with some upgrades this would be a mean V8 SUV off-roading. Does sound alright though with that low rumble. Long gears though. Anyway, this is the last car from the pack. Hope you've enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.